You're watching Money on Main Street. Now we're up to a Levittown business that's taken a different approach to making money in the music industry. It's the focus of today's Eye on the Island. A new generation is learning to play musical instruments like the guitar.
I like the one we just started, Nirvana. I forget what it was called. Come as you are, yeah.
Did you listen to Nirvana before or no?
No.
Daniela Ferreira is playing the guitar in the lesson room, but you can hear music playing out in the open at this Levittown music store.
We put this up a little over a week ago, and then boom, almost all 50 spots are filled.
Behind it all is Brian Reardon, the owner of Monster Music. He bought the store after spending 10 years traveling across the country working for a print music publisher.
The common thread amongst all of those independent dealers that were successful was that the stores that had a very vibrant music lesson program, a very strong foundation of music education, were the stores that performed the best.
There's a few ways to do it. There's not just one way.
That's why Reardon designed his business to be half music lessons. The other half includes sales of everything from guitars to musical accessories to music books, as well as instrument rentals.
If we said we were just going to be a retailer, we would be out of business. If we said we were just going to teach lessons, we would be out of business.
The economic downturn brought what he calls a modest drop in business. But otherwise, Reardon says revenue has improved year over year. The store has 600 students every week. And he did it despite not graduating college and despite a brutally honest assessment of his talents as a musician.
I'm a very, very lousy musician, but I love artistic expression and creative expression. I also enjoy business. So this store kind of gives me the opportunity to be attached to both of those things.
Back to school shopping in August and holiday spending in December are the busiest months. Even still, sales are only 15% higher during those months. Reardon concentrates on finding creative ways to keep revenue up during what are traditionally slower months.
My GM and I spend a lot of time thinking about ways that we can make different times of the year better than they might otherwise be.
They had a ukulele luau over the summer and hold regular open mic nights. One of the big live local events has turned out to be 2 student showcases at Mulcahy's every year. The show attracts a crowd of about 500 people.
The purpose of the showcase really gives the kids something to work towards. It's not just spending each week in an 8x8 room.
And believe it or not, it's not just the kids they've been able to attract and turn into customers. Reardon says that 60% of all of the students who take guitar lessons here are actually adults who are trying to satisfy their unfulfilled rock star dreams. The store carries about 250 to 300 guitars at any given point in time. The most popular ones, electric guitars, are between $600 and $900. The store also sells electronic keyboards, digital pianos, brass and woodwind instruments, as well as drums. Reardon works with about 75 suppliers. He's also been elected to the board of the National Association of Music Merchants, a 9,000-member organization. But he believes it's his local focus, even in choosing to advertise on local radio, that has connected with customers on his native Long Island.
There's some connection to old school radio that still resonates amongst the general public.
And while Reardon says he doesn't consider himself a risk taker, he says he doesn't overthink things, but does believe in taking advantage of opportunities. Of course, the biggest challenge for this self-described lousy musician is this.
It's a challenge not to overbuy. My Achilles heel is saying no to guitar purchases. It's hard for me to regulate myself.
And when you see that his store carries One Direction music right next to Pearl Jam and 50s rock, you realize that Reardon is trying to connect different generations through music.
I think it's cool because we don't, like 12-year-olds and stuff, they don't really play guitar. I just like to have fun with it.